And welcome back, everyone. 6:16 now on your Friday morning. Our guest today is Reed Lance Rosenthal. He's a nationally known author, and some of your books, you do a lot of fiction, but we've got Threads West. That was the first in a series.
That's right. Threads West, an American Saga, is the first of 16 books.
How do you write 16 books, first of all, and where did you get the idea to begin all of this?
Well, you know, when you're juggling Ranchian writing, it's barely is the word. But this is a story that I've been juggling in my head for 30 years, and it's an epic saga. It's 4 generations. It begins in 1855. In fact, it begins in Europe, kind of disparate threads of men and women in Europe. Fate twists them together in their journey to America. The second book is their journey west to Cherry Creek, pre-Denver, 1855. And the third book, which comes out November 13th, is Uncompahgre, where water turns rock red, and that's all set in this area, which is where they begin to settle.
So how did you do your research for that?
The research is extensive. In fact, in the ranch house, every horizontal surface is covered with paper when I'm writing one of these novels. There isn't even room to put down a plate, much, you know, my family screams and yells about that, as a matter of fact.
I bet they do. What was one of the most surprising things? This is Land for Love and Money, and what kinds of things are going to be in this book here?
Well, Land for Love and Money is my first nonfiction book.
Okay.
And it is really the A to Z of land, but really kind of on a deep level, both spiritual and financial. You know, it's kind of tickle your heart and fatten your wallet. And it's all the things, there's lots of books out there on how to do this and how to do that. This book really goes a little bit beyond that. It's the first of its kind. It's written anecdotally based on my career in land. I've consulted to foreign governments on conservation, been involved with lots of that kind of stuff, and of course a rancher on 4th generation land and cattle. But this book talks about all the things you don't know, what's happening behind the scenes, what's happening behind the vault door when the banker says no, how things are determined when a bank runs into problems, which I'm sure people have experienced, and suddenly, you know, you don't get a return call. Hello, hello, hello. It also talks about how to find things but feel them rather than just see them. In other words, you know, there's lots of how-to books, but things really go deeper. You can learn all there is to know about building a home, finding a piece of land, or whatever, but if the basics of your deal is not right, if the basics of your plan is not right, all your how-to means nothing. You have to have a foundation to come up from. So it's kind of from the ground up.
Okay, and we're getting close on time here, but what was the most fascinating thing that you found out as you did your research about this area? And let folks know when you'll be speaking at Barnes & Noble here.
You bet. Actually, I have a book signing at Hastings this afternoon from 3 to 7, and then from Barnes & Noble tomorrow from 1 to 4:30, so love to meet folks. The most fascinating thing, I think, is that I thought I knew that time period of 1855 in the novels. Unbelievable. That was such a pivotal year. It was really the cusp of America becoming a great power. It was a second wave of immigration just to the Rockies. Everybody had been going past the Rockies to California. The Singer-sewing machine had just been invented, kind of heralding the age of the Industrial Revolution. Revolvers had been invented, but repeating rifles had not. And on and on. I mean, it's kind of the pivotal year before the Civil War, you know, the creation and solidification of the Union. It's when all the treaties were being broken with the Indians, and the whole setup of the next 20 years of Indian warfare was being... It's an amazing time.
And you'll hit on some of that when you talk at Barnes & Noble and at Hastings.
Oh, absolutely.
We appreciate you stopping by.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Nice to see you, and we will be back with more right after this.